All right, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, you guys are able to hear me. If so, please let me know in the chat box. Core PPI this morning. Change in the price of finished goods and services sold by producers. All right, excluding food and energy. All right, so the actual greater than forecasted is good for currency. And right now, they're forecasting from previous, it was 0.0 for PPI. Now they're forecasting 0.3, so they're expecting PPI to rise. All right. And they're saying actual greater than forecasted is good. So if it comes out 0.4, that should be good for the dollar. But, we don't really know. We'll see. Again, producer price index. So we got the core, which is excluding food and energy. All right. Again, this is for finished goods and services sold by producers. Right. And then we have month over month, which is not the core. Right. So that would include goods. I mean, food and what you call it, food and energy. All right. And then you have unemployment claims. So all this is dropping at 8:30. Unemployment was 219,000 previously. They're expecting unemployment to go down to 217,000. So obviously, if it gets lower than that, that should be a good thing for the dollar, right? So some of these things, well, these two things, the PPI, which is again the producer price index, and unemployment, they're forecasting, a good outcome, all right, from the looks of it, right? So they're expecting unemployment to go down, and they're expecting the producer's price index to go up. And again, it's a leading indicator of consumer inflation. So we're talking inflation. When producers charge more for goods and services, the higher costs are usually passed down, to the consumer. They call that what, trickle economics, right? So Trump is placing all of these tariffs on, these countries and, different, what do you call it, metals and commodities, right? So, well, these countries produce these metals and commodities. So, these are also going to be more expensive to purchase, all right? Which means that whoever's making stuff, going to be selling it to us, they're not going to front that cost. They're going to push it down to us, and we're going to have to pay that higher price. So that's not a good thing, obviously. You know what I mean? So even if this news comes out good, that doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be good news for the dollar. All right, just so you guys know. But let's get to the charts. We got 10 minutes, and we'll see what we got. Again, feel free to ask any questions and let me know what you guys are looking at today to take advantage of. So as it stands right now, the dollar is pushing up from this level of support. So I'm just trying to clean up some of my other pairs here to see what we got for trading opportunities. Pound dollar looks bearish. It's coming from a major level of resistance, and we're getting a bit of an evening star right here. So I'm liking pound dollar for a short position right now. That's a 60 pip stop. We'll take it all the way down because again, we got news, and that's 195 pips. So I'll be looking to sell this probably in the next 5 minutes. All right. Euro dollar is giving the same kind of vibe, just coming from a nice supply area. So I'll be looking to short that as well. All right, oil seems like it's going to rise right now. I'm already in a buy on it. All right, I'm surviving, but again, put some more alerts, and I do believe that we're gonna get a rise on oil again. Those tariffs on Canada and Mexico, right? These are some of our oil producers, right? So again, that's going to get more expensive. All right, if he actually, does it, because he's been pump faking and bluffing and whatnot. So really don't know, right? But looking for oil to have these alerts set off, and we'll come back to it. But the majors are now looking like they're giving opportunities for trades. All right, so unlike yesterday, there really wasn't anything, but right now looks like we're good. Again, guys, welcome if you're just joining. Appreciate you guys getting up and tuning in. Please let me know if you're able to hear me okay in the chat. All right, and if I'm coming through excuse me, loud and clear, or if I'm coming through choppy or staticky, please let me know. All right, got about 7 minutes on the clock. Again, get some alerts set here. It looks like euro dollar is already starting to fall. So guys, pull up your major pairs. All right, they look like they're giving us some opportunities to sell. Okay, but again, that could easily change. We're expecting good news on PPI, right? They're expecting it to go up, which is supposed to be a good thing for the dollar, but that doesn't necessarily mean the dollar is going to rise, right? So it's just one of those things. All right, but right now these major pairs are looking bearish. Okay, or the non-dollar based pairs rather are looking bearish. All right, it's very still a little mix here on New Zealand dollar, but I can see the lows, I'm sorry, the highs are getting lower. Okay, so you guys can see that, right? We're coming down, down, down. So we may continue to fall. Okay. Major level of demand right here has been untapped. So we may get to this. All right, got alerts going off on pound dollar. All right, let's get a little lower and see what it might be. Okay, so we did just have a nice change of character right here. Okay, so again, guys, we were making uptrend structure up to supply. We got this nice double top, and then we broke the low just now. Okay, nice body break, and now we're respecting it. So in a lower time frame, we've pulled back to retest the area that we broke. So I do expect it to fall. There is a fair value gap here, right, where it can pull back before falling. But if we have our stop loss above that fair value gap, then we should be okay. All right, as a matter of fact, I'm going to place it down just a little bit more, and that looks good. I'll take 40 pips on a stop loss. So 4 minutes left on the clock, guys. I'm going to sell GU right now. Okay, it does look good for the sell, and I will give you guys this play. Again, please take at your own risk. So a few more alerts. Okay, again, 4 minutes left on the clock. Again, guys, if you can hear me, please let me know in the chat. Just want to make sure everything's good for audio. 194 pips on GU for TP. Guys, if you're able to take out a standard lot, that's a quick $2,000. All right. Again, I'm just expecting maybe a potential pullback to here and then a drop. All right, so let me know. Okay, and again, guys, please let me know if you're able to hear me in the chat. Again, testing, testing. Guys, please let me know if you're able to hear me in the chat. Okay, we got 2 minutes left on the clock. And I've gotten into GU for a sell. The dollar looks like it's rising at the moment. And yeah, we're definitely going to get a rise now. I see a nice double bottom. We just broke or had a change of character breaking this high. And we're pushing. All right, 1 minute left. Okay, so we got 44 seconds on the clock. Guys, please sell GU. It is looking prime time. Okay. Or at least I'm selling GU. I'll put it that way. And I do expect the indices to fall, so we need to just take a quick glance. All right, we're getting more profit on GU. But once again, guys, you want to get in where you fit in. All right, if you like it, please go ahead and do your thing. Okay, and there goes news. And we're bouncing around. Okay, so core PPI came out as they expected it, 0.3. So there's no change there. PPI month over month came out higher, so they have that as good. And unemployment, let's see. Still pending. But you can see that GU is already falling. Right, we're getting more wickage. All right. And unemployment came out lower. That's all good news, guys. And here goes dollar taking off. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, guys. GU should fall more. My alerts are going crazy. All right, hope you guys were able to get into GU before news came out. And somebody did vote on the poll, guys. If you haven't seen the poll, you can click on it now, but we all know that dollar is currently rising. So somebody did vote for the dollar to rise, and it looks like they were right. All right, so getting some more alerts just to let us know that it's going higher. Let's go take a quick look at the indices. All right, yeah, so again, we sold this yesterday, guys, and if you attended my live yesterday, you would know that we caught this major move down. It went 28 points on SPY right out the gate, right at this time, 8:30 yesterday. Within 1 minute, it dropped significantly, and now we're getting the second drop after it pulled back all yesterday right into this fair value gap that we see here that is respecting to the T. All right, and indices are dropping. All right, guys, so if you haven't sold, you have an opportunity, or if you didn't sell yesterday, you have an opportunity to sell it now. NAS also dropping, did the same exact thing, tapped right into a fair value gap to the T and is dropping. All right, so again, a nice sell position on NAS. If you're not already in it, stop like this behind that fair value gap, take it all the way down to that next level of support. All right, and it's a nice little pushback right now, which is good. We want to sell high, so I'm going to go ahead and take a position on NAS. Okay, and US 30, I'm already in. All right, so again, yesterday we had that, oh, really, it was that right here. So we took about 178 that day, but we got into this way early. So again, well, actually, no, this was it yesterday. That was the drop. So it went 500 points yesterday, right? And then throughout the rest of the day up until now, it pulled back 352 points. So now we got another opportunity for it to drop, and I'm just going to set some alerts on it. But NAS and SPY look really good for the drop. US 30 still looks like it can potentially rise. So please be very careful selling US 30. If you are going to sell it, I suggest that you guys get right, a stop loss right above here. So a position that looks similar to this. That's, pretty good. And take it right down to that wick. That gives you a 1 to 6. You're risking a 49-point move on US 30 for a 329 point move to the downside. All right. Let's go and take a look at the dollar and GU, see how we're doing. So dollar CHF didn't do much, dollar CAD didn't do much, but pound dollar, all right, so it's pulling back to that fair value gap potentially before it drops. So I'm going to set my alerts. Should be a little higher. There it is. Okay, guys, if you can hear me in the chat, please let me know. All right, so dollar's doing a pullback. Again, whenever we have a break of a high, right, we typically make a new high, but then we get a pullback to the area that we broke. All right, so we're probably going to start rejecting when we hit this change of character and possibly get into this demand area here, which is again just that same area from what we've marked up on the higher time frame, right about there. All right, so we'll tap in potentially and then take off again. All right, so just getting down to it, we get a better view on the lower time frame. Okay. All right, and you get a few alerts just to let us know that it's also dropping. All right, so we do have a high and we have a low, so I can take Fibonacci, place it from the high, the low to the high. All right, and you guys can see we'll most likely pull back to this zone or this Fibonacci level, which is in the demand zone, before we take off again. All right, that doesn't always have to happen, right? Just so you guys know, it can bounce right off the 50 and the high that it broke and then start to rise. All right, but for now, just gonna go and place this fair value gap that it created. Okay, and I'm definitely expecting the dollar to continue to rise. Good news for unemployment, right? That went down, and PPI went up. So they're saying, that's positive, but that's not positive for us, right? Because we're going to be paying more for whatever's being produced. All right, so from a chart perspective, the chart is showing us bullish market structure, right, and a change, right, from down, right, to up in this particular area, from a major support level. All right, so again, just expecting the dollar to rise. Pound dollar is the play that we got in, currently respecting the area that we broke. So we may push up again to this fair value gap, maybe a little deeper, and then we'll get the drop. And this is also a level of supply sitting right above it. So again, just kind of don't be surprised if we happen to get up in there before, we get our major drop. All right. But right now it's still looking good. All right, guys. And again, 195 points to the downside. All right. So, very nice trade setup and very nice opportunity on GU. All right, guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Dollar's going off. All right. So it's just getting a little deeper. Let's take a look at SPY. Oh man. So SPY did a little spike up. All right. Because again, the dollar is falling, but we can see when we look left that we broke this low, right, giving us that change of character. So we have a supply area in this area. So price is most likely going to get up to that, all right, before it gives us the next drop. All right, so again, guys, our stop loss is above that. We didn't take that this morning, but again, you guys have the opportunity to sell it while it's high. All right, so you can sell it right now or wait until it gets a little further into supply before you sell it, but it's still looking good for a potential drop. This is a break, a new low, engineered liquidity, a sweep of that liquidity, and now a tap into supply. All right, so again, I'll get some alerts to let us know when it's going down, but for the most part, guys, it's looking very good for a selling opportunity on it right now. Nas did the same exact thing. All right, so again, if you took that position, price really wasn't here, it was a little more up. I just happened to put the short position here, but now again, you can kind of get away with a better entry here. So price did the same exact thing, just kind of tapped into supply. Again, we had the break, so keep this little fair value gap there, but right here, okay, is where we had our change of character. Okay, try to really get you guys in here. All right, that was our change of character. So now let's get these alerts pushed up. And I'm going to place Fibonacci from the high to this low. All right, so we got past the 61.8, so we don't need Fib anymore. But again, guys, looking pretty good for a selling opportunity. So again, just kind of pick your poison on which indice you would like to sell. All right, SPY is the safest one, right? Doesn't have that craziness that NAS and US 30 does in terms of volatility and movement. All right, so here again, just even with that position, it's still respecting this supply area to the left. But again, if you guys haven't sold it already, there's an opportunity to sell it now. You can get away with a pretty tight stop loss, but maybe you want to give it a little breathing room, right? But it's just very hard because the next swing is up to this area. And if you get behind it, right, that's 188 points. All right, so again, it can do some more dancing. There is, this huge fair value gap that it got half of from yesterday, but the way it's looking right now is still potential that it can kind of go up a little more, right? So it's a little tougher on US 30, but once the dollar finishes its pullback, which it looks like it's finished, right? Look how it tapped right into the 61.8, right, and rejected it. So again, we just push these alerts down, and once it begins to rise, then those indices should begin to fall. All right, that's how that goes as far as correlation is concerned with the dollar and the indices. All right, if you guys got questions about that, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer. All right. Here, let's get to so yeah, again, just pick your poison on how you want to get away with the stop loss on this. Again, the tighter the better for US 30, because again, you don't want to risk a whole lot, right? Because these pairs, really do numbers. All right. Or this particular indice does hella numbers, right? Just to move back down to these wicks would be 106 points. On a micro, that's $106. On a mini, that's $1,000, right? And then on a micro, that's 10 bands, just in that small move. So imagine if it goes, down to the support level for 334 points, right? Again, if you don't really have the right account size, this can turn ugly pretty quickly. All right. So just be careful with that. But still looking good for selling opportunities on these. All right. GU, we got into it for the sell. Again, still respecting, right? So it's almost, the anticipation, right? And again, they'll try to push it up, push it up, push it up. Oh man, I'm going to lose it. So you close it. And then right when you do that, kaboom, it tanks down for the rest of the day. And you're like, shit, I was right there, right? So again, guys, try not to let this be, something that knocks you off, the potential on this trade. All right. We got textbook stuff, major supply, double top, change of character, break, making new lows, retesting. So the next phase is the run, guys. All right. So again, just be mindful of that. And I think you'll be all right. Okay. Let's take a look around and see about EU. Guys, EU gave us a nice rejection here, right within this fair value gap. I like EU for the sell as well. And this is the one that correlates the most with the dollar from, it's inversely correlated with the dollar. So again, when the dollar rises, EU typically falls. And yeah, guys, I'm going to take this for a sell. Oh man. So all my GU alerts, my NAS alerts, every, alert I pretty much had just went off right now. And all of my alerts were for them to fall. So here it is. I just sold EU, going to a lower time frame so we can see that gap. There it is. Taking it down to support. Okay. And we could probably push this up just a little bit. All right, that's a 38 pip stop loss for 173 pip take profit. All right, guys, I will give you the play on EU. All right, so just to recap, we have gotten into GU for sell, EU for sell, NAS, SPY, and US 30. We're looking at for sells. All right, but you got to be careful with those. If you got, small money, you can't really do too much with those. But if you're over $1,000 in your account, you can definitely at least take out a micro and still make some pretty good money on the indices. All right. Here is the play on EU. All right, there it is. Again, guys, hit that like and subscribe for me. Let's take a look at the dollar. All right, what do you know? Nice rejection and has hit all my alerts. So again, I'm still expecting the dollar to rise even more, especially throughout the rest of the day. All right, got plenty of alerts on it. Let's take a look at SPY. What do you know? Rejection of that supply area, and we're falling. Let's take a look at NAS. Same exact thing, guys. All right. Okay, I'm not psychic. All right, I just know what I know. All right, and again, it's never going to be 100%. Right, guys, this is all a game of probability. And if you have a lot of things stacking to one side, then you take that side. All right, win, lose, or draw. Right, it is what it is. Okay, but so far looking good for, like I said, a potential selling opportunity here on the indices. All right, and here is US 30. Get some alerts on it. But these look like the best plays for this morning, guys. Take a look at my Asian pairs. All right, so Asian, or the JPY, has given us a double bottom. We had a change of character, and now it's pushing up. We're coming up against a small resistance level. All right, so we may see it stall at that point, but looking at it from a higher time frame, looks like we're going to get right back up to this area potentially. Yeah, so even more, because we got a nice run. This is all the pullback. So this should be the run phase that should go and break above this high. All right, so then we got opportunities on the JPY pairs to sell them, right? Look, nice double top on EJ, and it has divergence. All right, so actually let's see, the divergence is right here. All right, so RSI making lower lows, and the chart is, sorry, making lower highs, and then the chart is making higher highs. All right, so again, I'm expecting a major fall on EJ. All right, so again, it's falling right now. We definitely want to wait for it to pull back before we sell it. All right, again, you can sell it now, and if your stop is above this high, right, any pullback that it has, you'll be able to survive it. But here, let's see, right here is our supply area. Okay, so we want to get lower and see where we can kind of sneak in. All right, so actually we can fine tune it. It's way up here. Okay, and then we have another area right here. And another one right here. All right, so we haven't really created a low just yet, so we can't really put Fibonacci, but you guys can kind of see that we have these areas, right, of where we can potentially pull back to before EJ really does that major drop. All right, so just try to line this up. Yeah, see, that's 88 pips, so I probably want to get in from this area. All right, there it is for about 50 pip stop loss, and then I can really push my position down to support for a 1 to 8 risk to reward. That's 451 pips on EJ, guys. All right, so I'm going to put in this sell limit right at this price point. Stop right above for about 50 pips, take profit all the way down, again about 450 pips. All right, I will give you guys the EJ play, but I think we got a good amount of plays to last us today and tomorrow. All right. So again, this is Euro JPY. This is a sell limit. Please make sure you put sell limit, not sell stop, or you will be disappointed. All right. Sell limit pending order. Your entry for this is going to be 160.801. All right. Your stop loss is going to be 161.376. All right. And that is for 57 pips. All right. And your take profit will be 156.262. And that is for 435 or 53 pips. All right. Really good setups, guys. All right. Really good setups on EJ. All right. Checking on our plays. There it is. Dollar getting more rejection off that fair value gap. And again, guys, just right to it. All right. So again, we should get up out of here. Euro dollar is still hovering at our entry price. But again, I do expect it to fall. Just getting those alerts. GU, again, same thing. Just hanging on for a little bit. But I know how this goes, right? About 12 o'clock, especially after 9:30 when the market's open, that's when things will really rock and roll, all right? So again, you guys are the early birds that got it in right before, the market opens. And we even got in before news hit, which happened to be in our favor, just like it was yesterday. All right, guys, so it's easy to put technicals and fundamentals together by really kind of just going off the technicals first, because it always tells you what it wants to do. And like what happened yesterday, news just kind of sets it on fire. All right, so again, EU, GU, the two plays out the majors that were selling because the dollar is bullish. Then with the indices, they're also correlated, so selling opportunities on the indices. Don't be surprised when the stock market opens and these indices start to fall. Again, you can kind of see, here's all the top stocks in the NAS, right? So Tesla's up 3% pre-market, right? Amazon's up, Apple's up. We all know Apple has some good news because people over in China are going to be using their AI on the Apple phones. So again, just good news there. But so far everything is kind of a little mixed pre-market, but I'm going off of what price is showing me, and it's telling me that there's a selling opportunity. So I'm going to take it. If I'm wrong, it is what it is, right? But if I'm right, oh boy, right? Going to make a ton, especially on US 30. All right, it's just doing its thing right now, but in the next hour or so, we'll see what it's really going to do. And then we also have our penny limit on EJ. So again, maybe you guys can probably try to buy it, as again, we're kind of like sitting at a support level or zone, if you will. Okay. All right, where we can rise up from here and again get our pullback, and then from there we can get our drop. We can just drop too, so this may never get hit, right? But I'm just letting you guys know what the possibilities are. All right, as the JPY index definitely looks like it's going to continue rising, at least for the rest of the day and potentially tomorrow. All right. What else did I want to take a glance at? What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, oil. All right, so oil still looks like it's dropping. All right, so my stop loss might get hit. Just going to put some alerts to see. All right, and again, a few more above just in case. All right, so this is now technically a resistance area. Okay, so looking at it higher time frame. Okay, I mean, we had a major drop already, right? So for it to continue dropping, it's a possibility, but we got a nice demand zone right around here. So you can see it's not going to drop too far, right? But again, it may take me out, may not. Time will tell. All right. But for now, it's just it has that potential of dropping a little more as we get to the lower time frame. But you can see like it's trying to turn around, right? We get lower, right? So you see a little change of character and then a higher low created right here. So again, guys, as much as it looks like it's going to continue falling from a higher time frame, when you go to the lower time frame and you get the details, you can see that there is potential for it to rise. All right, so don't be shocked if it starts to do such. All right, but yeah, I think that'll do it, guys. If there was anything else, I want to give you guys a few minutes to ask any questions, or if you want to take a look at a particular pair, let me know. We can do that pretty quick. All right, if there's no questions, comments, or concerns, guys, thank y'all for tuning in with me. Don't forget to check me out, forexwithbain.com. Click on the link to the Discord. Come learn how to get this done, right? And get you some paper at the same time, all right? But in the meantime, in between time, again, hope you guys have a great day, all right? Peace.